Hello folks, welcome into what we affectionately like to call weather or whatever. Now we will primarily focus on weather stuff. Sometimes we talk about things going on in space. We talked about the solar eclipse. We talked about the Perseid meteor shower the other day, things like that. But this time we're going to talk about some heavy rainfall in some parts of the country and boy, the lack thereof around here in the upper Midwest. And we'll take a look at some cautiously optimistic rainfall in the forecast. That's what I've been calling it as of lately. I'm meteorologist Jamie Kagol here at Kare 11. Welcome in. We're going to be here for about 15 minutes. We'll go through the forecast. We'll kind of cover the nuts and bolts of it. And then we'll dive a little deeper. So if you like to, as we like to say, geek out or nerd out with the weather, we'll do a little bit of that here as well. And again, like I said, we cover a little bit more than just the forecast. Talk about some of the conditions out there. The drought monitor did come out today, so we'll talk about that. We'll talk about some of the changes and what kind of optimism or pessimism that we might have. But let's start out with a time lapse. This was this morning. There's the Minneapolis skyline in the distance, and we've had a lot of wildfire smoke aloft. That looks like it is going to be dissipating over the next couple of days, but a lot of cloud cover, and then we switch cameras on you right there. So this is the current look. Again, we're going to be stuck under the clouds for a bit. We have sprinkles and showers today. As you get into the afternoon, those sprinkles and showers will become less and less. They'll be moving a little further south. It will be a cooler day today with lots of clouds, especially for our friends in southern Minnesota. That's also where we've had some showers this morning, so the humidity is higher. If you're in northern Minnesota, well, you are in for what's going to turn out to be a pretty nice day with some sunshine there. And we're always keeping an eye on rain chances again with the drought conditions that we have. You just got to keep watching for the rain and try to be cautiously optimistic about it. You really don't want to forecast lots of rain while you're in a drought. You're just kind of setting yourself up for failure, quite honestly. So there is a chance of rain there for Saturday. That is our next chance. So take a look at this. Here's your almanac. Forecasting a high of 82. So again, this isn't a hot day necessarily. It is a warm start. Our morning low was 73. Typically, we should be in the lower 60s. Precipitation, no official measurement as of yet, but there were some overnight light showers. So maybe a few hundredths of an inch might be about it. You can see for our monthly departure, we're an inch and a half plus behind. And for the year, we're approaching a 5-inch deficit here in just a little bit. Sunrise 6:13, sunset at 8:22. Yeah, those days are getting a little bit shorter now. 74 outside right now, the dew point at 63. Those morning showers kind of bumped up our dew points. Yesterday, we had dew points in the upper half of the 50s, and that's why yesterday actually felt pretty nice outside. It was relatively comfortable. Easterly winds today, or at least an easterly component in the wind throughout the day, and the wind's still light, 5 to 10 miles an hour. So this is what we anticipate for this afternoon. Going to get to about 81, maybe 82 degrees. If we get a little more sunshine than we anticipate, that could allow temperatures to climb a little bit higher. But notice the dew point, it'll settle into the low 60s, so still relatively comfortable. We'll just use that term. Here's a look at the rest of the state, the rest of the region. The forecast models are a little aggressive with the rainfall. I think for St. Cloud, for Luck, Wisconsin, you're going to be looking at a spotty shower through the morning hours. Brainerd, I think you're probably going to be staying relatively dry. Better chance for a shower later on today, Rochester, Mankato, Jackson direction, but more cloud cover there, and hence you have temperatures in the 70s. Meanwhile, where you kind of go from central Minnesota into northern Minnesota, that's where a little bit of afternoon sunshine can pop your temperatures upper 70s and into the low 80s. For the weekend, we're still holding on to 80s. Temperatures will be about the same. Mostly cloudy skies for Saturday, a few showers. It is going to feel stuffy. The humidity really spikes on Saturday. Dew points will be back up around 70. Keep in mind, we may not have a lot of sunshine. We'll have a fair amount of cloud cover. Temperatures aren't outrageously hot, but the humidity, it's going to feel stuffy and maybe a little on the uncomfortable side. It would feel worse if we had blue skies and our dew points were 72. That would be pretty tropical. This will take the sunshine out of the equation, so it'll likely feel stuffy. I wouldn't say tropical, but stuffy. Much more comfortable on your Sunday. Dew points are dropping Saturday night into Sunday. A little front comes through. And by Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening, it should feel considerably nicer around here. You'll have sunshine as well. So the second half of your weekend looking pretty good. There's the 7-day forecast. We still have a few morning showers possible around the Twin Cities, otherwise into the afternoon. Peaks of sunshine, drier conditions. We're going to be watching for storms to come in late Friday from the south and southwest. Should linger into Saturday morning. And then as like I said, we get to Sunday, dew points are dropping off, should feel a little nicer. I think Monday could feel spectacular. We could have dew points in the mid to upper 50s, sunshine overhead, temperatures not outrageously hot. So Monday may be probably the pick of the week right there in terms of what we have for weather coming up. Right now, Tuesday, Wednesday, we're talking about rain chances, and it's good to see isolated showers, chances of showers in the forecast, but it's hard to get excited for the rain opportunities because they've really been lackluster as our El Nino pattern continues to strengthen. That really tends to push our weather pattern towards warmer and drier tendencies. And so again, 6-7 days out, rain looks optimistic, and then you get closer and it just kind of lets you down. So not going to get too excited about rain chances Tuesday and Wednesday unless we continue to see things improving. But right now I would say probably going to be stressing the term showers, and it'll be lower end of those rainfall accumulations. So that was a quick kind of nuts and bolts of the forecast there. Take a look at this. This is what happened late Tuesday and throughout Wednesday. Keep an eye on eastern Indiana. Late Tuesday, early Wednesday, right there. And look how that intense rainfall never lets up. It just keeps coming and coming and coming and coming, and not till about right there, about 4 or 5 o'clock Wednesday. So you're talking that's going to be well over 12 hours of just steady, moderate, and heavy rainfall across that part of the country. And this is where that stationary front is draped across Iowa, Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, right through here. And so this sets them up with just an obscene amount of potential for showers, thunderstorms, and even severe weather. And then take a look at this. This is just your 24-hour rainfall estimates, just 24 hours out. Keep in mind, this started Tuesday evening, so there is some data missing. But even just over the past 24 hours, well into the 3 to 4 to even 5-inch rainfall total showing up there in central to eastern Indiana, carrying over towards Cincinnati. And earlier this morning, I was able to take a look at some of the rainfall estimates, and it was Newcastle, Indiana. That was a community there that had upwards of 8 to 10 inches in just 24 hours. And also keep in mind, rain has been kind of coming and going over the past handful of days around this part of the country with this front that is draped across that part of the U.S. So it starts to really add up, and there is an incredible surplus of rain for Iowa, for Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, Kentucky, just a ridiculous amount of rainfall. For us, this is a look at the radar. Big storms moving across the Hawkeye State this morning. Those are starting to weaken, but still southeast Iowa has the potential for there to be some severe weather. For the Twins game, that's going to be down at the Field of Dreams. They should have at least a little bit of time into the early to mid-afternoon hours where the rain is letting up, the weather starts to clear, and they'll have time to dry out the field. But with the potential for severe weather, or at least some wind gusts, they may have a little bit of cleanup to do. For us, right into the middle of the state of Minnesota, we have this band of rain from Alexandria through St. Cloud towards North Branch. That little pocket of rain just kind of hanging in there. There's a look at Iowa. There's a look at that stationary front and how it's draped across the middle of the country. That just keeps the severe weather potential basically from about Kansas, Missouri, southern Illinois, Kentucky, southern Indiana, parts of Ohio into Virginia. Next 2 to 3 days, severe weather potential there. Right now, even at this hour, southeast Iowa, tornado warnings, severe thunderstorm warnings. They have a severe thunderstorm watch box there. So again, we got to go for another few hours here to get all that rain cleared out. So here's a look at the microcast. As you look up towards St. Cloud, Twin Cities, may still be a little bit of that rain hanging in there. But once we get to the afternoon, rain chances really taper off and we see more and more clearing of our sky as we settle into the evening hours. Should set up for a nice start to our Friday, but more storms coming at us Friday night into Saturday. Forecast models aren't extremely excited about the chance for rain. You can see there Friday and Saturday. The taller the bar, the better the chance for rain. And again, they're not very tall, but also watching next Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. But as I mentioned, this far out, everything looks a little more optimistic. So again, we'll say cautiously optimistic. And speaking of the rain, we do need it. Take a look at this. This is last week's drought monitor. This came out last Thursday. And you can see basically from Moorhead to Grand Marais, pretty much widespread severe drought there, pockets of it in southwest Minnesota. We had some really heavy rainfall, significant rain, I think it was about 2 Fridays ago, towards Willmar and Mankato. So that wiped out the dry conditions. So keep an eye on that area, and then keep an eye on the I-94 corridor, St. Cloud, Twin Cities, and then extend it to the Mississippi River Valley, and watch that severe drought drop in that southeasterly direction. Some improvement south of Mankato, but we saw the worsening from about Brainerd to St. Cloud to the Twin Cities towards Rochester and into Wisconsin. So again, that severe drought is expanding. Any rain that we get coming up really only slows this drying process out. It doesn't really lead to any improvements. Also want to talk about the air quality and the wildfire smoke. Right now, good to moderate air quality. Again, nothing wrong with that. Most people are unaffected by this, and this has been the trend as of lately. But aloft, if we had blue skies or clear skies right now, you'd probably see that the sunrise had that hints of orange and red in it. Well, forecast models are showing that even though we continue with these westerly winds aloft, this area of low pressure comes at us Friday into Saturday, and that will lead to a little less wildfire smoke in our atmosphere. We'll have some rain to help clear things out. May lead to a little bit of that wildfire smoke coming to the Earth's surface, so we'll have to watch for air quality alerts there. But otherwise, should start to see a little blue sky in our forecast. Now, we're going to turn our attention to the tropics. Like I said, this isn't all about weather here in Minnesota. We are up to letter C. So we've had 3 named storms, Cristobal, or however you want to pronounce it. I like to call it just Tropical Depression Chris for simplicity. So I don't name them, but that's the name right now. It's in the North Atlantic. It's now a tropical depression. It was a tropical storm for probably the better part of 5 minutes, it felt like. It really didn't last very long. It was named, I think it was just yesterday or maybe late Tuesday. And then take a look at what's right behind the Kare 11 logo and then to the northwest of the Kare 11 logo. Those are 2. There are easterly waves. In fact, if you look at the west coast of Africa, there's another easterly wave coming off. This is what happens this time of year in the tropics. These storms come off the west coast of Africa. They get over the Atlantic, and they have nothing but time and warm water to help them strengthen. So those are the 2, probably 3 storms that we are going to be watching. Right now, that one with the red X has about an 80% chance of becoming a system here, a named system, in the next 2 days. The orange one has about a 50-50 chance right now over the next 7 days. And then we'll see what happens with that third wave that just came off the west coast of Africa. If I had to put money on it, I'd say that one also has a chance. So as you get into August, through mid-August into late August, that's when this part of the Atlantic Basin from the west coast of Africa to the Caribbean, that's when it gets busy there. We see the increase in activity in peak season is early September. So likely we're going to start to go through names a little bit faster. But the next one will be Dolly. And again, it looks like it's going to be affecting the Caribbean, which has been fairly quiet this year. The Gulf of Mexico has been pretty quiet too. All right. Temperatures are going to kind of moderate a little bit into the weekend, but Saturday we'll see a peak in the humidity, but 6 to 10 days out we should anticipate temperatures hitting the low to mid 80s. Should not be that difficult to do based on this temperature outlook. And you'll see again the dew point spike on Saturday. That's why I say it's going to feel rather stuffy, not a lot of sunshine, but enough humidity that you notice it. It'll drop off afterwards. And here's some encouraging news 6 to 10 days out. At least we're trending above average for rain chances. And again, we desperately need the rain. Right now, Saturday, we'll have some hit or miss showers through the morning hours. We'll see if we can get some storms here late Friday. That would certainly help out. And staying optimistic, but cautiously, next Tuesday and next Wednesday. If you're looking for 2 wonderful, fantastic days for outdoor activities, I would look to Sunday and Monday. All right, keep it right here, folks. More weather, more news coming up right around the corner.